the weight of their expectations. It threatened to crush me. Has anyone else felt the slow, insidious creep of other people's agendas hijacking their very soul? Why is it that with each passing year, the invisible chains of obligation tighten, binding us to responsibilities and emotional debts we never willingly incurred? Carl Jung spoke of the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But what happens when greedy hands reach out, demanding pieces of your being that are not theirs to take? Where does one draw the line, shout enough, and reclaim the self? In this video, we dissect the 5 insidious requests that should be met with a resounding no, especially at this precious stage of life. Because a truth stark and undeniable rings clear. Anything that steals your peace is a thief of your very essence. The instant you truly grasp this, a seismic shift begins, reshaping your world, altering your destiny. Before we delve into the heart of the matter, be sure to subscribe to Mental Dose and join our Telegram channel. You do not want to miss content designed to nourish your personal evolution and spiritual blossoming. Let's begin, shall we? 1. Shouldering burdens that were never yours to bear. There dawns a moment of reckoning, a turning point where you refuse to play the perpetual rescuer in other people's chaotic dramas. Not from a lack of empathy, but from the hard-won realization that caring doesn't equate to carrying their baggage on your weary back. Yet there will always be those who brazenly ask you to step in, to mop up their messes, to prop up structures that were never, ever your responsibility. A hesitant yes offered in kindness becomes an expectation the next time around, and then a relentless pattern. A small favor insidiously transforms into a lifelong sentence of obligation. Suddenly, you're the indispensable glue holding everything together, not because it's your calling, but because others lack the spine to rise to the occasion. And when you dare to withdraw, guilt, like a venomous serpent, coils around your ankles, chaining you in place. But here's the brutal truth. Carrying what isn't yours invariably extracts a steep price. Not merely your precious time or vital energy, but your very health, your inner peace, and ultimately, your sense of self. You are not a safety net, not a backup plan, not an everlasting fixer. Anyone who treats you as such has already violated a sacred boundary. The longer you bear their weight, the more irretrievably you stray from the path of your own authentic life. 2. Lending money when it's not a true emergency. There's a chilling silence that descends when someone you cherish asks for money. Not because they face a genuine crisis, but because they've recklessly squandered their resources and expect you to bail them out. It's a silence pregnant with pressure, dripping with guilt, and steeped in emotional manipulation. A silent bomb is ticking. I'm your father. I'm your sister. You have to help me. But are you truly obligated? Lending money in your later years is rarely a neutral transaction. It transcends the mere sum involved. It embodies what that money represents: stability, security, the well-deserved comfort you've painstakingly earned through decades of relentless sacrifice. Once it's relinquished, it doesn't just vanish from your bank account, it steals your peace of mind, leaving you vulnerable and depleted. They may present it as a simple loan, but what they are really doing is attempting to offload the consequences of their choices onto your shoulders. And if you summon the courage to refuse, they twist the narrative, casting you as the villain. But where is their accountability? Who dares to question whether they even deserve the bailout they so presumptuously demand? Never confuse generosity with self-annihilation. Protecting your financial boundaries is not selfishness. It is profound wisdom. You've already given enough. You've earned the undeniable right to simply say, no more. 3. Mediating family conflicts, the quicksand of emotions. Family conflict exerts a peculiar gravitational pull, relentlessly drawing you in, even as you desperately try to remain on the periphery. Please, Mom, talk to him. Dad, you have to fix things with her. Suddenly, you're thrust into the role of emotional referee in a brutal match you never consented to join. But here's the bitter truth that rarely gets spoken aloud. Some battles are simply not yours to fight. Assuming the mantle of peacemaker may seem noble on the surface. But too often, you become the unwitting target, the convenient middleman, the one everyone blames when the fragile peace inevitably shatters. All the while, you're expending precious emotional reserves you can no longer afford to squander. Picture this: siblings locked in a bitter feud over your home while you are still here. A place you hold sacred becomes a desolate battleground fueled by ego, entitlement, and simmering resentment. And you are pressured to intervene, to choose sides, to somehow restore harmony in a war you never ignited. No, that is no longer your role. Your emotional energy should be channeled towards healing, cultivating joy, and embarking on a journey of self-discovery, not squandered on futile attempts to salvage relationships that stubbornly refuse to heal themselves. Let them fight their own battles. You refuse to be anyone's collateral damage. Before we move forward to the fourth and fifth requests, I sincerely hope you are finding value in this discussion. If these words resonate deeply, consider sharing this video with someone who desperately needs to hear them. If you'd like to support the channel and the work we do here, you can leave a donation by clicking the Thanks button located directly beneath this video. Every single contribution is deeply appreciated. Now, let's proceed. 4. Being asked to change who you are, a violation of your core. There comes a defining moment, often cloaked in deceptively polite language, when someone looks at you and declares, "You really shouldn't wear that. I can't believe you listen to that music. Why do you talk like that?" It sounds innocuous, but what they are truly demanding is, stop being you. And that is nothing short of an act of violent aggression against your very soul. You've invested decades in sculpting this unique version of yourself through countless joys, devastating losses, and deliberate choices, both wise and misguided. Every habit, every preference, every story you share is imbued with profound meaning. And now someone dares to dismiss it all as outdated, suggesting that you need to revamp your entire existence to conform to their narrow worldview. You are not a fleeting trend to be edited and discarded. You are not a blank canvas to be arbitrarily rewritten. The fierce determination to remain true to yourself is not stubbornness. It's an act of self-preservation. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Once you allow them to chip away at your essence, piece by piece, the erosion never ceases. Before long, you gaze into the mirror and fail to recognize the person staring back. You are not being difficult or rigid. You are simply deeply rooted in a life that you've rightfully earned the freedom to love. Never sacrifice your authenticity on the altar of someone else's comfort. 5. Prioritizing their emotions above your own. Emotional blackmail. This is, perhaps, the most insidious and subtle form of exploitation. When someone demands that you mold your choices around their delicate emotional needs, "If you really loved me, you would do this for me. Please, just don't make me feel uncomfortable." What they are really confessing is, "Your happiness makes me uneasy." And that's not love. That's control, pure and simple. The expectation that you must minimize your joy to maintain another person's fragile sense of equilibrium is a cruel distortion of a healthy relationship. It transforms your emotional landscape into a stage where you are forced to perform solely to appease someone else's insatiable need for comfort. But lasting peace is not found in constant self-sacrifice. Not when it becomes a relentless pattern, not when it slowly erases your own identity. The years stretching before you should be about alignment with your authentic self, not perpetual appeasement. You are unequivocally allowed to say no, to live your truth out loud, to experience emotions deeply, to make choices that ignite your joy, even if others find them inconvenient. You've earned that right 1,000 times over. These 5 requests, unwarranted responsibility, financial exploitation, forced mediation, self-erasure, and emotional servitude, share a common thread. They relentlessly erode your inner peace. And peace, once lost, is a Herculean task to reclaim. So, ask yourself, who in your circle has made these insidious requests of you? And more importantly, why have you repeatedly said yes? You are not obligated to be a lifeline, a bank, a therapist, or a convenient scapegoat. You are entitled to fiercely protect your peace, to honor your boundaries with unwavering resolve, and to courageously choose yourself above all others. This is not selfishness. This is clarity. This is unwavering strength. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these points resonated most profoundly with you? Have you encountered similar experiences in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comment section below and type the word intact if you have made it to the end. This lets me know that you are actively participating in this journey, fully present and committed to safeguarding your precious peace. I personally read every single comment, and your voice holds genuine significance here. If this message has brought value to your life, subscribe to Mental Dose and remain with us, because the truth, though often difficult to confront, is the ultimate liberator. Until next time, fiercely protect your peace. It is, without question, the most priceless possession you own. Don't let it rot